Real estate is fraught with situations that can be difficult to navigate, particularly when it comes to working with friends and handling confusing situations. I'm Peter Pike of the Pike Law Firm in Sarasota. Let's take 5 minutes to talk about some recent situations and how you can spot the red flags that could lead you into legal trouble. The first situation relates to a contract issue. The sellers agreed to repair a leaking roof. Since they were out of state, they asked the listing agent to recommend someone to do the work. The listing agent had a friend who was a contractor, and the listing agent proceeded to put together an unsigned contract between the contractor and the agent. That's red flag number one. The contractor brought a receipt that didn't show his license number. That's red flag number two. When the buyer did a walkthrough, he saw what looked like mold issues in the attic. It turns out the contractor was not licensed and was working under another person's license, which most times is illegal. Some real estate professionals tend to overlook things when working with friends. But part of your job is to vet the people you refer. When the listing agent was unable to provide me with documentation about the roofer, I tried to call and email the roofer, but could not get a response from him. I called the licensed person under whose license the roofer was working. Again, no answer. We finally called in a home inspector and had to extend the closing by 3 days. The home inspector confirmed that the work was not done properly and the sellers had to pay for additional roofing work. The listing agent agreed to cover the cost. I also filed a complaint with the Department of Business and Professional Regulation relating to the roofer and the contractor, since it appeared that something wrong was happening. So you're asking, if the listing agent agreed to pay for the extra work, what does it matter? Well, first of all, the seller could have lost the deal. Plus, the Florida Real Estate Commission, or FREC, may be concerned a little bit about a real estate professional who's referring an unlicensed contractor, which puts your license in jeopardy. In another case, a real estate professional I work with called to say she was worried about a short sale. She said the listing agent works with someone who wants to buy the house and then flip it to her customer for a $5,000 profit. Red flag number one, the transaction was very confusing. There was already a contract in place that would be flipped to a buyer. Second, the seller wanted to stay in the property and rent it. Well, the buyer was an investor who wanted to rent it out. The real estate agent was correct to call me. While there is nothing inherently illegal about assigning a contract, the problem would be in not disclosing it to the bank that's doing the short sale. That's called bank fraud. You must lay out the entire scenario to the lender. I told the realtor I did not know of any bank that would approve the flip of a short sale, but it never hurts to ask. I then received calls from both the listing agent and the investor doing the flipping telling me they do it all the time. I asked how they show it on the settlement statement. Red flag number two, they told me, oh, it's not on the settlement statement. I told my client to run away from this. And I'm debating whether I should call the listing agent and recommend that that person walk away, or call FREC and tell them to investigate. These are the sort of things that can easily backfire and put the broker and agent in jeopardy. Simple thing to remember when doing something outside the box. Disclose, disclose, disclose. I don't know how you look in an orange jumpsuit, but it's not my color. Bank fraud can mean jail time. I had another realtor call me with a question about steering. She has an African-American friend who said that he doesn't want to live in a certain neighborhood because they do not seem friendly to his race. What do you say? Is it okay to avoid showing homes in that neighborhood? The truth is, you cannot steer anyone to or from any specific neighborhood. You can tell the buyer, tell me what you're looking for, and I will show you what is available in your price range that meets your criteria. You don't have to buy anything, but I will not avoid showing you things in that neighborhood. What do you do if someone wants to live in a specific neighborhood? Well, again, it's not illegal to want to live in a certain neighborhood. As long as you show anyone who wants to see homes there, then you're fine. Remember, if someone asks you to do something that you know is wrong, Don't just tell them no. You must walk away because it will get you in trouble. If you are not sure, call an attorney or call the Florida Realtors Legal Hotline at 407-438-1409. Remember to have your real estate license number available when you call. Staying out of trouble is not rocket science. If you're going to go wink, wink, nod, nod, odds are you're going to get busted. If you play it straight, you'll be fine.